but when I first, I met him at the weigh-ins, I think Island Fights 87, and as I was weighing in, he was already in there, and he turned around, and he kind of looked at me up and down, and he said, who are you? And I was kind of weight, so I wasn't really in my right head, and he said, oh, you 5'5", and he kind of like, and he said he don't remember that, but, maybe he don't, but I do. And so ever since that moment, I've been kind of peeping at a distance and just like, who is he? Let me see what he's all about. And I seen him fight, and he's a hell of a fighter, and I liked it, but I think I'm better. And I think, we're going to find out September 12th.
Regular sparring?
It depends. Like yesterday, we probably did about 12 to 15 rounds, but it really depends, bro. Some days we'll do, probably 12 is the average, but we even go up to 15 sometimes.
Pretty much it's all about just staying in shape and stamina and make sure that you're not foreign to these rounds that you may be.
No doubt. That's definitely. My bad. That's definitely a part of it is being in shape, but also just like getting your timing down and seeing the punches. Like my past 2 fights, I wasn't able to go to Saturday sparring because I was working, so I really didn't get any sparring before these fights, which is tough. But I still handle business. But I'm back on Saturday, so it's gonna pay dividends in this next fight.
Still like riding a bike. You know what I'm saying? Just whooping ass.
That's it.
Check the places here. The time is now. You got your boy Savo in the building. You are tuned into the Lunch Table. Got a special guest with me, returning, long awaiting, overdue. Got a lot to talk about. Tell them who you are.
Yeah, man, this is Devin Tigano, a.k.a. Tig, man. What's up, man? Florida in the house.
D-Tig!
Yes, sir.
Got D-Tig in the building, bro. Thank you for coming back, bro. We got a lot to talk about. I appreciate your presence.
Yes, sir. It's a pleasure to be back.
We finna start with I told you. I told you.
I knew this was coming.
I told you.
I knew this was coming.
But no, I love the DP.
Yeah,
I love
sure.
we love, like I said, we love both.
Yeah.
But it was obvious.
Right.
Max versus DP, man. What was your initial reaction, man? What just recap the fight in your perspective.
Yeah, man. It's sad to say, but if I'm being honest, man, I thought Max decisively won all 5 rounds, man. He came out looking good. But I think, DP left his heart out there. He didn't seem like he was on his thing, on point that night. But it was just good to see the city really rally behind him and show him the love that he deserved. And, I'm happy for him at the end of the day. But shout out to Max. He's a dog.
Yeah, shout out to both. Shout out to DP for sure.
Yes, sir.
I say wasn't his best performance, wasn't his best by far, but as far as like with it being your last, I would give him some grace for that, with it being his last. You know what I'm saying? Of course, other people put the standard. Kobe dropped 60 his last game, but of course we wanted to see that type of performance. I understand, but like you just said, that BMF title is around the right waist for a reason.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt,
bro. The last 10 seconds,
yeah,
bro. And DP is getting so much heat for the clinch.
Yeah. I mean, bro, it's his last fight, bro.
But
imagine his last fight he get dropped, cause Max was really like he was pouring it on.
You
clinch up, bro. You live to see another day, and you just, it is what it is.
Dude,
I can't blame him.
I feel like that defeats smart. I get it. They're taking the smart route out, but I feel like that defeats the whole purpose of the meet in the middle. That defeats the whole purpose of the point. No, go ahead. No.
Nah, I hear what you're saying, and that's true. I would say the same thing if it was like a few fights ago for him, but it's his last fight in his city. I think it was his daughter's first time being there, and he was tired and Max wasn't. And Max was cracking him, bro. When it sounds good, but when you getting cracked, it's like, okay, maybe let's just clinch up and let's ride this out.
And he said I'm not finna end up like H.
Nah.
But who's to say? Maybe he would have, you know what I'm saying? Because he tried to do a little counter.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, bro, you gotta bang with Max.
Yeah, bro.
And very few can bang with Max.
Yeah, especially at 155, he looks good, bro.
Shout out to Illy, but very few can bang with Max. That's why I'm like, with this being DP's exit out and Max still in his prime.
Right.
Yeah, and he needed that. He needed that to get back on top to save face after what happened with Ilya. So it was obvious to me.
Yeah, it was a good one.
But definitely, I said I don't want to move forward from that fight yet because that was
for sure. For sure. I mean, it was a whole bunch of good fights that night, but Max just the way he was moving in and out, bro, and he's so much bigger at 155, and he can act like he has power, and it's gonna be a problem for anyone in that division, bro. He's he's gonna be an issue.
What was the second round where they both like almost feel like finished each other?
Yeah,
bro, it was a great fight.
Yeah,
like so overall, it was a great performance, especially to bow out and to leave with.
Right.
But I mean, hey,
it's really a damn shame that they didn't get the fight of the night bonus or the performance bonus, because I can't believe they didn't give it to him. But yeah, it was a hell of a fight, bro, and they both almost dropped each other. And yeah, I was hyped, bro. That's all you can ask for is a banger. Win or lose by Dustin, it's like they put on a good ass fight, so that's all you can ask for.
Yeah. But pretty much overall with that particular subject, what I wanted to cover and get your perspective on is you don't feel like any respect is lost from DP for clinching at the end?
Nah. Absolutely. Because, I mean, we seen what he did, bro. Like, you seen how many times he got dropped in the fight, got back up and won the fight. I mean, he's a diamond for a reason, bro. That's literally, that's his MO.
Yeah.
But I just think his last fight, bro, it's retirement fight. His kids are in the building, the whole state. It's like, bro, you're not trying to
not
go
in front of the kids.
Not in front of the kids, bro. Not in front of the
Fuck
kids.
all that, man. Fuck all that.
That's why you leave the kids at home.
Fuck,
Leave the kids at home.
That's why. And you bang, bro. Yeah. Hey, man. Like I said, I have no respect lost for DP, but what I would say is he probably would have had a little bit more of my respect if he didn't clinch at the end.
I mean, I would like to have seen him just stand there and bang, bro, but I get it. I've been in that fire, bro. It's like, he probably didn't feel like he even had the gas in the tank to land a knockout shot, because he was visibly tired. Like, he was
visibly getting his ass binked up.
He was getting touched up, bro. There's no doubt about it. He was getting touched up.
Speaking of motherfuckers touching up people, you know what I'm saying, getting them left and right, some hands and fists. Let's speak about your last fight. Your last fight.
Yeah.
What's it? Island Fights was 89?
Yes, sir.
89. Let's speak about your 89 performance. Let's speak about the preparation and the actual execution to that actual night.
Right. Yeah, so we'll start with the preparation. I truly, I was telling my teammates and coaches, and they kind of know, like, they know I wasn't really in it 100% for that fight. I feel like maybe I was at like a 60% like effort, and that was kind of mentally in my head before the fight, because I know I wasn't being my best. Maybe I respected my opponent, but I felt like I was better, so I could cut a few corners. So I think that's something just learning through the process, is you can't cut corners regardless. But yeah, that's a learning process. But going into the fights, the weigh-ins, there was a little bit of animosity with me and him, and some things were said, and I said some things that were a little out of character. But the next night I went out there and I backed it up and I handled business. And I told you the last time I was on here that I'm gonna get my next opponent out of there early, and that's what we did.
How does it feel on actually delivering on predictions like that?
Yeah, I mean, like, that's just how I've kind of been. I always remember back to high school, like, if I said something, I'm going to do it. Like, if I say we got an issue, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to handle it. And I think that's part of it. I speak it into existence and I pray for it. And it's not just like me saying it, it's me praying for it. It's me working for it each day and visualizing it. And I seen that going just like that, And I see many more down the future.
No, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. And then, like, with of course, you saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to get them out early. Of course, there's going to be naysayers or there's going to be opposition or people saying that you can't. And I would just imagine the vindication that you may feel when you say, like, yeah, motherfucker, I told you. Look, you see.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
So what was the first thing that came through your mind when you actually got the KO?
Man, someone was asking me that same question, like, what does it feel like or what goes through your mind? And truly, it's like, it's undescribable. It's kind of like just a rush of emotions and just it feels great, bro. It's like, I said it, I did it. And really, I think you don't think about that part of it until maybe you're back in the locker room like, dang, I did say that. I backed it up. But yeah, it felt good, bro. It definitely felt good. Vindication for sure.
Appreciate that. Good insight. Good insight.
Yes, sir.
As far as, of course, I feel like most fighters prefer the finish over the decision. Would you agree?
I would agree, bro, but like to my last fight that I came on after, when I fought Preston Whitaker, like I think I had a better feeling after that fight just because, like, I felt better because it was like for 3 rounds I showed that I was, better and I dominated. Whereas the other fight, it kind of ended quick, so it felt good. Both feel good in my opinion,
I kind of get what you're saying. Like, if it actually goes the distance, you can actually, like, the story can be stamped that both men gave their all and the better man came out on top.
There was no fluke. I outskilled him, That, so in that aspect, it's like, that was a solid performance. So I can be proud of it as in totality.
That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
Well, speaking of finishes, what do you prefer, the KO or submission?
Man, I think it's gonna be KO because just when you drop a man like that, it's just something it's different. It's a good feeling, but also the submission is like it's good too. But I'm gonna have to go with KO, bro. It's just something different about that, about putting the hands on their chin and they go to sleep.
Yeah, no, that's what's up. That's what's up. Because a lot of people say both and justify them both. A lot of people say it's an indescribable feeling as far as knocking someone out,
right?
And other people justify by saying, "Hey, you just made him give up."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Really, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Willingly give up.
Right.
But yeah, man. Going into your prediction, let's say last fight, you said we're gonna get him out early.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of. I was going to say like little lax his luster a little bit with you saying you didn't even really take this training camp that serious for him. Yet you still got him out in the first round.
I wouldn't say I didn't take it serious. I took it serious. Like I was in training. I was doing the things I needed to do. I just mean like maybe I was like I'll miss a session. My body's hurt. I'll miss a session. Whereas in other fights, I've pushed through that pain. I've pushed through that. And my coaches told me, they're like, hey, you can be better, and you need to be better if you want to get to where you need to be. So I'm going to answer the call, and I'm going to do what's necessary.
As far as like so going back to your whole prediction and the early finish, is that like your new strategy, or is that just for him? Because
my bad. I think every fight is a little bit different, and you kind of plan the fight to go how that goes. But I seen that, I seen that in that fight because I knew I held the power and I know I could find his chin. But I'm really prepared to go whatever it takes. If I need to do this, I'll do it. If I need to do that, I'll do it. It's just I'm a winner, and whatever it takes to win is what I'm gonna do. That's
what's up, bro. That's what's up, bro. Now you mentioned, like I said, during the weigh-in, there were some words being said. Does that prerequisite animosity? Does that make the fight easier, or does that add distraction to your focus per se?
I think it. I wouldn't say it makes it easier. It doesn't. I don't think it makes it easier. Honestly, it kind of it makes it a little more emotional too. Whereas other fights, I kind of was at peace. This fight, I was in the back. We was about to walk out, and he was screaming and stuff, yelling how he's angry and stuff. So it didn't scare me, but it put a little feeling in my chest like, okay, he's coming for my head, so let's be ready. So I would say anything, it adds a little more edginess to it. It's more than just, it's personal a little bit.
I guess what I meant to say, not necessarily like nothing makes a fight easier, other than I guess he gets hurt somehow. Right. But I guess what I meant to say was, does it make it easier for you to get in fight mode and make it easier for you to have you can say less remorse for this person, what you're about to do for him in the ring, to him in the ring? Nah,
I think that's a good perspective, but me personally, because I could be like generally like this person, but like when we get in that ring, it just a switch flicks, and it's not that I don't like him, but like I'm coming at him with vicious intent, malicious intent. So and then after the fight, it's all good. We can hug, and we can dap up, and we'll be good and follow each other on IG. But I don't need to have any extra fire in there. I have it in my chest already.
That's what's up. You mentioned something a moment ago, and it's in reference to your training camp and preparation with your opponents. With each opponent, does the training camp change, or do you stay pretty much consistent in your training and what you need to work on, or do you have a certain regimen that you stay on, or does can shit shift to a complete 180 from this month to next month, depending on who you're fighting?
So it's generally like the same kind of setup, but like, if I'm fighting a wrestler, then we're gonna work the takedown defense. We're gonna still strike. We're gonna do what we do, but we're gonna add a little bit in where we're gonna add the takedowns. Or if I'm fighting a fighter that likes to throw head kicks, I'm gonna get some teammates that throw really good head kicks, and they're gonna throw a lot of head kicks. You know what I'm saying? So we adjust on the fly, but it's essentially the same training.
And for the people that's watching now, this is part 2. Our first interview had a lot of great introductory fighter questions, and I'm not gonna repeat those questions. These are gonna be new questions and new subjects. So if you're watching for the first time, like ask more fighting questions, I'm gonna skip over a lot of general questions and obvious questions that people may ask fighters. Watch part 1. But what I want to talk about real quick, we're gonna veer left real quick. Who you think gonna win out of Canelo and Bud?
Man, I really think Bud can get it done, and I think he will get it done. If I'm being honest, I think a lot of people think he's small, and he is smaller. I think he's coming up from 67 or something like that. Yeah. But no, I seen him next to Canelo, and he looks big, and I think it'll be a dogfight. But I think T-Bud get it done.
Yeah, and my sentiments exact. I would say, with with Bud's last fight where he had to go up a bit,
right,
he didn't look as dangerous or the same, but I still know that's still Bud.
right.
And I'm not speaking on, it was the fight after Errol Spence. It was after Errol Spence.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Errol Spence, he looked perfect.
Right,
like,
right.
on that night, I don't see anyone beating Bud Crawford on that night.
Masterclass.
That was the perfect fighter that I saw.
No doubt.
But dude, Canelo.
Yeah.
Canelo.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not just saying T-Bud, bro. Canelo is one of the all-time greats, bro. And he can knock you out. He can outbox you. You know, he's a pioneer. He's like on this, in my opinion, he's on the same level as like, you know, he's right there with Mayweather, getting there as far as like being a household name and being a legend. But at the same time, if T-Bud wins this fight, I think he's legitimately, you know, you can mention him in the GOAT conversations.
I would say Canelo is definitely a legend. Definitely a legend. Definitely one of the pillars of boxing at this point.
No doubt.
Hall of Famer for sure.
100,000%.
And even after 62 wins or whatever, he's still, in my opinion, in his prime.
Oh yeah, he still is.
Canelo is different when it comes to just the science of boxing at this point.
Right.
The way Canelo knows all like the whole parameters of that ring.
Yeah.
And how he's able to manipulate it.
Right.
I love the way Canelo fights.
Right.
I'm present every Mexican holiday so I can watch Canelo fight. Just for the craft of boxing.
Right.
Because if you are a fan of the craft of boxing, Canelo will give you what you want.
No doubt. No doubt.
Fucking Bud, man.
Yeah.
This motherfucker's an alien.
Yeah.
An undefeated beast on another level.
For sure.
On another level, but like I say, the only, like, the variable would be the weight.
Yeah, no doubt.
The weight. Because, like I say, Bud still won his last fight, but I believe it went to decision, and he didn't look as dominant.
Yeah.
And he's going up even more weight.
Yeah.
And it's like, we have yet to see him at this particular weight, which I don't doubt him much.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if it comes down to like a decision type, like who boxes better, Nello might edge.
Yeah.
But like I say, if Bud really comes and he stops, he can stop Canelo.
No doubt.
I feel like he can stop
No
Canelo.
doubt.
But
No
if
doubt.
if it goes to distance, I'm giving it to Canelo.
Yeah.
But if I had to put my money down, I'm going Bud.
So you don't think Bud has the sweet science down like Canelo does?
I'm not saying he does. I'm just saying I haven't seen him at this weight.
Yeah, for sure. Nah, for sure. And that's like the variable that you're not gonna know till you see it.
Exactly.
But I do, like, I just seeing him next to Canelo, it seemed like he's carrying the weight well. It's not, because some guy, I feel like he has the weight to put on. Whereas, like, if Floyd tried to go up high, he's so small, he don't really have the frame for that. Crawford is a big frame guy. So I think if he's going to put on the right weight, and I don't think it's going to change his ability to move and box. And I think it's going to be maybe one of the greatest matches, probably the greatest fight since Pacquiao and Mayweather.
I hope it is.
I think it will be.
I hope it is so much, and I cannot wait.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say that stamina is going to play a factor, because I can't imagine Bud getting tired.
Right.
But at this weight, Canelo can go 30 rounds.
Right.
Even at this stage, his stamina at this weight is set in stone. Like, he's comfortable already here and has been here for years.
Right.
Like I said, that's the only variable. I'm going in Bud, but I have the same and utmost respect for Canelo.
Right.
Like I said, that would be the fair. I haven't seen Bud at this weight.
Yeah.
But like 20 pounds less.
Right.
All day, Bud.
Right.
All day, Bud.
Right.
All day.
Right.
But that's the only variable. I'm going Bud, but I'm making some quick about that.
No, you're good, but that's the amazing thing about it is, like, Crawford ain't gotta fight him. He getting paid a lot, that's great, but he could have fought other people. He challenging himself to go up in weight class. Yeah. And I think that's something that, you know, a lot of people it should inspire people in their regular day life to, like, try something that's maybe you think's a little bit out of your element, but you do it head on, you know. So that's why I enjoy it. I think it's dope.
For sure, I agree, and like I can attest as far as being like a fan of Bud. Well, I'm a fan of boxing. Like I said, I'm not necessarily a fan of Bud, like my favorite.
Right.
Like I can objectively say he's the best right now.
Right.
But I've had many people.
Right.
I had Errol before him, and before he beat Errol.
Yeah, I had Errol Spence too.
Really, really Errol before the car, before the accident.
Yeah, that he wasn't the same after that, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I stand on that shit.
Yeah, no,
if you would have fought Errol before the car, it may have been different.
Right.
But today is today. Today is
Right.
today.
No doubt.
But yeah, bro. As far as the whole, I've knocked down each chapter, and what's next. It's only Canelo next.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it ain't like he can go to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Nah.
It's only really Canelo next.
Right.
But in that same aspect, as far as the business, because Canelo making all the money.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And with him being the best, it only makes sense for me to get some money like that as well.
Right.
And there's no one else that I can fight that can really make that payday other than a Canelo.
No doubt.
We did the Errol Spence.
Yeah.
But that was years past, and really that was a payday.
Right.
But like, who else?
Yeah.
Who else? Like the talent pool isn't that high.
Yeah, I agree 100%, bro. It's like you hit that climax like that, and it's like, what next? You know, 'cause I don't think there's nothing bigger than that, for sure.
I think this fight, even though it's the fight of the century and it's the fight that we all want to see, I think it's nothing more than just that.
No doubt. But that's why I like Turkish Ali. What he's doing. He's kind of
got that money.
Because boxing's kind of been at it like in a weird point for the past, maybe 10 years. There's a few boxers like I like Tank Davis, and I watch his fights, and Victor Cruz and stuff like that. I think Victor.
Eastside Cruz.
Eastside Cruz.
Eastside Pitbull Cruz. I'm gonna save you.
And Andy.
Like the wide receiver?
Who I was talking about is Andy Cruz Gomez.
Yeah.
He fights at, I think, 135, and I'm a fan of him. But
shout out Pitbull though. I got you.
Pitbull's a dog, bro. Pitbull's a dog too, but he ain't beat Tank. But
no, not at all. Because Tank is different. Tank is different. And I'm not to say that he's the best boxer in my opinion, but his knockout ability and I can't wait to him and Roach get their rematch. Oh my God!
I just heard something like they got canceled or something.
I can imagine Tank running.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Tank used to be my favorite fighter at any sport, but like I don't be rocking with him. I used to have a picture of him, but I took it down just because I just like he don't be fighting that many people that I think he should fight. Like he should have been fought Lomachenko. He should have been fought Shakur. But he fighting people like, okay, Roach is good, huh?
Don't hurt my feelings right now.
Why you say that?
Because Lomachenko is on my top 5.
No, that's what I'm saying. He should have been fought Lomachenko.
It hurts my feeling it hurts my feeling how many. I feel like he's been robbed so many times to the point where he retired just off the fact that okay, I'm done. I'm tired of y'all motherfucking playing with me.
Yeah. I think
that hurts my feelings.
Yeah, it's sad. I think when it comes to the sweet science, because you seem like you like the science of boxing. Canelo and Lomachenko, like maybe the best footwork that boxing's ever seen. No doubt about it.
Oh my God, that's why I love Canelo. It's the same reason why I love. I mean, I feel like Lomachenko is more sneaking as far as this. Yeah, well, they both got that shit, but
Canelo have way more knockout power for sure.
Yeah. Lomachenko is more elusive for sure, in my opinion.
He's
I love his style. I love Lomachenko's style, and the fact that he retired, I feel like still in his prime, bro.
Oh no doubt.
And like he won those past few fights.
I think Haney, they robbed him.
They robbed him so bad versus Haney.
Yeah.
But like and to the point where if he comes back or when he fights. Only fight they give him is bullshit wins versus like Kambosos, which everybody beats Kambosos.
Yeah.
Like no,
Kambosos had that one fight. Who did he beat? Did he beat Tio? Was that what it was?
I want to say
it was Lomo versus. It was Kambosos versus.
Kambosos beat Lopez. I gotta go look that up, but I'm not saying he couldn't. I'm not saying he did. If that's the fight you remember, he could. I may be ignorant on to that, but. If that were to happen, I couldn't imagine.
I think he did beat Tio.
I couldn't imagine Tio. I shit. Yeah. I may be tripping. I smoke a lot. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I smoke a lot, and I may have forgot that fight, but I couldn't imagine Kambosos beating Tio, unless it was like early on.
Nah, this was like a few. It might have not. It was a big fight. It was Kambosos versus. Shit, man, I forget. I ain't gonna lie. Like you said, I be smoking too. It was a fighter on that same level with Tio at least. At least. But nah.
I fuck with you.
Yeah, he's a dog.
Look at me talking boxing. Well, we're talking about professional boxers. Mm-hmm. Give me your favorite amateur fighter that you love to watch. It could be local, it could be somebody in another state. But who's an amateur fighter that's on the rise that you feel like people should look out for, that you personally love to watch?
Amateur fighter.
Don't say yourself.
Nah, of course not. I think I'm gonna go with my boy Colin Goodman. He's I think he's 20. He's not even 21 yet, and he has a lot of fights on his belt. And the way he fights is a style that I can respect. He's not coming to dance with you. He's not coming to wrestle with you. He's coming for your noggin.
I'm coming to hurt you.
And he's coming with vicious intent. And I've been on the receiving end of a few of those shots, and he can crack. And he's an exciting fighter. I don't think he's ever had a boring fight. So I think he's my favorite to watch as far as on the amateur scene.
And I'm kind of glad you say, because it kind of justifies what I have to say. I ain't know if you felt the way by saying that.
Yeah.
Even though with Island Fights 89, you had the finish. So
right.
You had the pop of the night.
Right.
But he had my favorite fight.
No doubt. And I think that's probably the fight of the night just because it was a war and
the dude arm came out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Like,
see,
that was my favorite fight.
Nah, that was that was
a war.
I'm not gonna say this fight is the best fight, but that was a great fight, probably fight of the night.
The best fight. But if I say the best, I'm my bad. But that was my favorite.
It was a good fight, bro. And that's all his fights. I'm not saying they were that night was just crazy in general. It was like a lot of weird things was happening in all the fights. But I mean, even his past fights, man, he's putting people out cold. Even in one of his losses, it was like he almost knocked the dude out twice, and then the dude caught him with kind of a lucky shot. So it's always a good fight with his little ass.
Dude got Louisville sluggers for legs.
No
man.
doubt.
No doubt. Baseball bats for legs.
No
bro.
doubt. No doubt.
Man, dog.
Yeah.
Shout out to Colin.
No doubt. Shout out to Colin.
What you about to say?
No, I was about to say he got a lot of kicks in his bag that he ain't really showed yet, but
Word.
Yeah, he can do a lot of shit. So in the future, y'all gonna see it.
That's what's up. Do you feel like Clarissa Shields should fight Layla Ali?
No. No. My opinion, I don't think. I mean, I like Clarissa Shields. I think her kind of personality it turns a lot of people off. But I love her. I think she is probably the greatest women's boxer of all time. But I don't think she got no business fighting Layla. I think Layla Ali retired 13 years ago. And I just
a long time.
Unless Layla needs the money, which I doubt she does.
It's all about money.
That's true. Because she said what, 50 million or something like that. She
15.
was 15 million. Yeah, it's definitely. But I mean, I don't know.
And Layla's
she's
allegedly Layla's biggest payday before that, or just in general, was $250,000.
Oh wow.
So it's like at this point, the opportunity to be able to make something like that.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
So as far as business, it's in the business aspect, within the business aspect, just like it makes sense for Canelo to fight Bud.
No doubt.
Like, everyone's gonna watch it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it's good for boxing. And looking at it from that perspective, okay, I think they should fight that. I didn't know her lowest payday was 20.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
but not saying that's my stance.
Yeah.
But just looking at it objectively, definitely I'm with you.
Yeah.
Layla, don't do it.
It's like
Layla, don't do it.
Clarissa Shields ain't no slouch, bro. Nah, she's really like that. And Layla Ali was like that in her prime, but I think she retired 13 years ago. But she's a lot bigger, like taller, and just a lot bigger than Clarissa. So I think it would be a good fight, but.
And then looking at Clarissa, not looking, but I watched Clarissa. She just fought last night. Shout out to Clarissa. She just won versus Lonnie Daniels, and it went the distance.
Okay.
And respect to Lonnie Daniels. Lonnie was eating those punches, and Clarissa was wailing them.
Yeah.
So in saying that, I would be on the side that playing devil's advocate, if you may.
Right.
Which maybe Layla was watching and saying, if she can take those punches.
Yeah.
I know I can take those punches
and
give them right back, because with Lonnie Daniels, she was taking those punches and she was connecting back, but she had no power behind it.
Yeah.
Like, Lonnie had nothing behind her punches.
Right.
She was moving, she was elusive, and she was mashing them, and she was actually taking them. Shout out, she went the distance.
Right.
And she ended like she ended in the fight still.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, even though she decisively lost.
Right,
like,
but it was like she was like right on her tail, but losing the whole time.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying? But I can only imagine something. Layla Ali.
Yeah, she touched you. She could put you out.
You know what I'm saying?
She's big. She's a big.
And Clarissa, Clarissa is the greatest. She's the greatest of all time. I'm saying in reference to this possibly being a great fight.
Yeah.
Clarissa does not have great defense.
Right, she gets caught.
She gets caught a lot.
Right.
She just will catch your ass more.
Yeah, for sure.
She will catch you more, but she does not have the best defense.
No doubt.
She will get hit right and left.
Right. I'd be interested to know if Layla has been training in the years. She might have still been in the gym, because a lot of people when they're done.
I feel like $15 million will get her ass up and get her back right.
Oh no, it will. Yeah, no doubt. $15 million, she'll probably fight her.
I feel like if she does make the decision, I feel like it'll motivate her enough to get back in shape and to at least pass the eye test.
No doubt.
But Clarissa all the way for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
sure.
Let her go get your bread.
For sure. But definitely get your motherfucking
your
bread, because $250K.
Shit, that's UFC pay. That's UFC level pay.
You feel me? Speaking of UFC, let's speak 320.
Yeah.
We got Poet Time versus Uncle Live rematch. Who you got?
Man, out of love for Poton, I think that's where my heart's at. Like, I think he can catch him and drop him, and I think he's gonna be a lot more up for this fight. But I think Uncle Live, bro, he's really a go. And I know I've been watching for years, and he can strike, he can wrestle, he's huge.
It ain't no fluke.
It ain't no fluke. But he's just not that exciting of a fighter outside the cage. So it's like, it's hard to get behind a guy like that don't really have too much personality, and Dallas Spear has that. But I think in the ring, he has every tool in the toolbox. Ain't no doubt about it.
For sure. And everyone, of course, I'm not saying everyone, but I feel like a lot of people are going into this rematch saying, okay, a prayer or Potan, he's gonna redeem himself.
Yeah.
He's gonna redeem himself. Man,
Right.
But bro, I feel like he's been figured out. It's just done. I feel like it's gonna be a repeat.
I hear you, but I would reply with this: you can have it figured out. You can have everything figured out, but that damn left hook touch your chin.
I feel you.
You can be figuring out where you at.
I feel you.
But that's like we call it the great equalizer. Yeah. You could be good as I could be better than whoever, but they had that one punch with that power. But nah.
Yeah, it could happen. It could happen.
No doubt.
But I forgot which round it was. It could have been after the second round in the first fight. But like, I was watching it.
Yeah.
And then I feel like most people noticed it because the trainer said it, and then Uncle Live realized it. He's like, this motherfucker is slow. Go at him.
Yeah. Stop
waiting on him. Quit being reactional because and trying to counter like you're scared of him.
Right.
He is slow.
Right.
Go at his ass. And at that point,
yeah,
he brought it to him, and he clearly won the fight at that point.
Right.
And I don't see anything changing.
And that's a good point.
Poetan is slow. I don't want to get hit by him. I'm sorry.
For sure. But look, I think there's a weird reference. But like, I'll take Luka Doncic for example. He's slow, but you see how he plays the game.
Yeah.
He slows the game down to his pace.
Patient.
So I think that's kind of what like Alex. Like he don't have to be the fastest guy. It's his patience, his timing, his accuracy, and his ability to slip punches and to crack back. And he's gonna look at that fight, and they're gonna make adjustments too. He has a good coach. He has Glover Teixeira, who's a UFC legend champion behind him as a coach. So I mean, I know he's gonna make adjustments, and I think he truly will be ready for what Uncle Live has to bring.
For sure. He's slow, Uncle Live. Beat that ass.
Hey, look, I need Poton to give me my revenge for Savo for talking about DP and Max. Like he was right on that, but I think
we can ride with that. It's gonna be
our next one.
I rock with that.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely rock with that. Yeah, I can't wait to be 2 on 10. I'm gonna be 2 on 10.
Man, come on, Alex, I need you, bro.
Uncle Lyle.
Come on, bro.
I call him Uncle Lyle.
Uncle Lyle.
I can't finish. But what is a fight that you would love to put together? Active fighters, but who are 2 fighters that you would love to see go at each other?
I think right now, the only answer is Ilya versus Islam.
And
I think that's like a McGregor versus bigger than that fight. I think it's probably the biggest fight in UFC history. And I think whoever wins that fight is like, puts himself on Gold Mountain. Because both guys, it seems like they're on a collision course for each other. So I think that has to be the fight. It's like, we want to see that.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
And shout out to both. And we said last time, DP versus Islam.
Yeah.
DP had a lot of great fights, but that was my favorite DP loss for sure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite DP performances,
right.
and Max did his thing, and
right.
I think inevitably DP would have probably lost regardless of who the opponent was if they were a top motherfucker.
Right.
But from a fan standpoint, and also this definitely wouldn't even been worth Islam's time. But I would have loved to see Islam and DP 2 as the finale. I would have loved
Yeah.
that. Max was great.
Yeah.
And I feel like it ended perfect, but personally, I needed to see that one more time.
Yeah, and
We already saw him and Max.
I think from a fan's perspective, I like that. But like, if you're looking at it from the UFC, I think Dustin's last fight was the loss against Islam. And there's so many fighters in that division that's like deserving of a championship. I don't think you can give him a back. I think he had a great performance.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was good enough to like, okay, let's run it back and make all the other guys wait in line.
That's why I say it wouldn't have been worth Islam's time, or it wouldn't have made sense.
Right.
So yeah, that's what I was meaning by that.
It
wouldn't have made sense.
For
but
sure.
From a fan standpoint, I would have loved for that to be because I needed to see that again.
Yeah.
Like
Sure.
I needed to see that.
Yeah,
again.
it was. He gave Islam a battle,
bro. Like
he gave Islam a battle for sure.
Like dog, like win or lose.
Yeah.
Like that's one of those fights where you like, I need to see that shit
again. Yeah,
that shit was great, bro.
Agreed.
Speaking of fights to see again, we gonna give a shout out to the women. We're gonna give a shout out to the women. Let's speak about Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano 3.
Yeah.
You said you watched the highlights, correct?
I watched the highlights. Yeah.
I watched the fight.
But I watched the first two fights.
Yeah. I watched the whole fight.
Yeah.
What did you think about the first 2 fights?
I thought it was good. I thought it was back and forth. I think that's when you really get behind the women fighting is when they fight like that. It just makes. I think both of their it was like the best fight on the card each time.
Very good for the sport.
So it's that's all you can ask for. 2 girls going and I think they got paid pretty well for this fight. So that's great to see. But it just going back and forth. I think was it Serrano that I think she lost the second fight.
Serrano lost
all 3. But I think there's one. Yeah. I think 1 or 2 of them. I think it was controversial and she could have. I don't remember which.
The first two were controversial, and the second one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Katie, Serrano and Taylor 2. Yeah. The second one, the rematch, was the best, and that was a fucking blood bath.
Yeah.
And it was controversial and debatable because during the fight, Katie did obvious headbutts. Right. And she opened up that gas that the headbutt caused. Right. That of course initiated the bloodbath that was to come. Right. But yeah, that was the whole campaign and said if she fights clean, I can win. Right. But Serrano Taylor 3. Yeah. It wasn't that close. Yeah. That wasn't it, fam. Yeah. But and the thing about it is like, because after the bloodbath that 2 was, right, you can tell that they both earned each other's respect regardless. No doubt. And they did not want to get hit again. They did not want to get bashed again. Yeah, I think. I was just gonna say, I think there's only a few fights like that in a fighter's career that they can really have. If you want to come out of the game healthy, because you can have a few wars, but you start stacking them on top of each other, bro. It's not maintainable, bro. It's not good for your brain. Yeah, definitely. So I say all that to say like 3 was very. I feel like they were very reserved. Yeah. Especially on Serrano's side. Right. I blame the coaching and the training staff personally because you can tell she was trained to be contained the whole time. Right. And only give a little and to be reactionary. Right. And to be a counter puncher per se. Right. But yeah, you can tell she was trained not to go all out. Right. And that is why she lost again because she did not get beat. Right. She didn't give enough to win. And after 3, like with this being with this being the 3rd fight, right? Knock this motherfucker out. Yeah. Stop playing. Yeah. And I think, what are you doing? There's nothing worse than like you're watching your favorite fighter and it's like you know they can give a little bit more. And you bullshit. You just want to have to control her and be like square X. So it's frustrating. But I kind of see it from both perspectives because I've been in the ring. But me personally, I'm foot on the pedal the last 10 seconds. That's how I am. But I can understand where they're like, okay, last fight I got dinged up a lot, and I don't know if I want to go to war like that again. No, I feel you. But shout out to both. Shout out to Katie Taylor. Yeah. I feel like Amanda Serrano is definitely better just raw boxer. Right. But shout out to Katie, bro. Her and her team, they smart, bro. Yeah. Like, with the way she wins, she's not even going to hurt you a lot, but she's very, very active. Right. And the way she comes in her combination, she does that shit in flurries of 4s. Right. So she doesn't 1-2, she... Yeah. Right. Nigga, that's 4 points. I'm 4. Yeah. That's 4. Right. Like, bitch, you playing. Right. Not this I'm sorry. That's just me. That's just the can of me. But not this mother.
Sure.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm watching it, so I know millions of other people are watching this shit. Like I say, going back to Paul Time versus Uncle Live. Like after the first round, when the coaching staff was noticed the adjustments that need to be made.
Right.
I'm like, bro, we see this shit.
Right.
Tell her to not like.
Right.
What are y'all doing?
Right.
And the justification afterward for a side to be like, no, you still did the right thing. You did the right thing.
Right.
Y'all just trying to save y'all ass because that's because y'all made her do that shit.
Come down to coaching.
Like y'all know y'all lost that fight for her.
Right. Right.
I'm sorry, I'm just ranting.
Nah. I hear what you're saying. That's a valid reaction. It come down to the coaches. If the coach is telling you not what you wanted, we need to know, but what you want to hear, or they're telling you, keep doing what you're doing, and you shouldn't be doing that. That's
trying to save their ass.
It's a damn shame.
When they should be saying, hey, we taught you.
Yeah.
Forget all that shit.
Foot on the pedal.
Knock her ass out.
Make it a fight.
Yeah.
That's what you wanted. You wanted to make it a fight instead of
Like, bro.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like, you did a good job. She did the game. Like, that's what she said. I feel like I did a good job.
Right.
I did what we trained. And I'm like, yeah, well, you trained the wrong thing, bro.
Right.
Oh, I just had to get that
Nah,
out.
bro. Nah, it's understandable.
Have interactions with you in the public changed the more your popularity has grown in the ring?
Yeah, for sure. Especially in my little city, Milton. It's not like I'm. It's not like I'm nothing crazy, but like for example, like a friend of mine coaches at the high school, he wanted to come speak to the team and stuff like that, and just kind of people know where I was at with my weight and kind of how I was living, and they see me now. So I think it gives a lot of people a certain inspiration that if I could do it, literally anyone could do it. But yeah, for sure, I feel like I get respect around the city. A lot of people support me. They love that I'm from Milton, so definitely.
That's what's up, bro. That's great to hear. That's great to hear. And it sounds like you still have some humility to yourself. You don't let it all go to your head. You're still approachable to your community.
Absolutely.
That's good. What are some of your interests outside of training, fighting?
Outside of fighting, man, as I get older, I realize this. I really love nature, so I like to go fish. I'm not the best fisherman, but I go down and I'll chill there for 2 hours. Just lay back, smoke some, just enjoy the weather. So as I get older, I think just enjoying nature. And I just like working out, bro. Just going on a run or a walk and just kind of getting some fresh air and being out and being outside and being in the sun. But football, I love sports. All sports, basketball, football, enjoying sports like that. But I'm a simple dude, bro. That's probably my main interest.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Well, stepping back into your training, man. Shout out to team real quick.
Oh yeah, Team Liberty, man. Shout out to the ladies and gentlemen. We just had 3 of our pros fight on Friday night, and they all 3 got the victories, and it was all of them were hell of a fight. So shout out to the gym. Shout out to Coach Trey Alador, Coach Ben Silly, and all the guys at the gym. And shout out also to my strength and conditioning coach, Andy at Crucible Performance, getting me strong and get me ready for this next one. Speaking
of the next one, good segue, because you knew that was next.
Yes, sir.
Man, look, I'm personally excited about this.
Yeah.
As far as the amateur level.
Yeah.
And my anticipation of it is on the same level of these fights that we've been mentioning. You know what I'm saying? These dream fights. He's like, oh, he fighting him?
For sure.
Oh my God. I would have never thought.
For sure.
Let's go ahead and speak on it. Was September 12th?
Yes, sir. September 12th.
So it's set in stone.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God. Hey, I want you.
I ain't get the confirmation from the Island Fights people, but me and him talked, and he was like, "Let's do it."
So y'all both want it.
Yeah, we both want it. So we gonna get it done.
Can you disclose?
Disclose what?
The name.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be BJ Williams. I don't know exactly what the weight's gonna be at, but truthfully, he set the weight. I'll make it, and we could.
He said whatever weight, I'll make it. Okay.
It ain't but a thing.
Okay, well, I'm personally excited for this, bro. Like, I respect your fighting style. I respect BJ's fighting style, bro.
Yeah.
Like, so September. So you say it's not necessarily locked in, but y'all know the date?
Yeah, so I mean, they already know they're gonna have the Island Fights on September 12th, and they kind of been focusing on the fights that just happened. So now that that's over, the matchmaker. I mean, the matchmaker already knows. So like, it's pretty much set.
I mean,
it's pretty much set.
I mean, if y'all both locked in,
it's set. I mean, it's
a no-brainer.
I'm in training camp now, so like we're preparing for him right now. So
DT versus BJ is a no-brainer,
no doubt.
And shout out to Cornette. Shout out to Cornette, even though he's
for sure.
Champ,
for sure.
But it's as far as like just the way y'all both strikers.
We're not gonna wrestle.
Y'all,
we gonna get the people what they want to see.
You feel me?
It's 2 strikers, 2 different total kind of strikers also, and 2 good fighters with good records. So it's gonna be a battle. You got to be there. You got to see it.
So man, I know certain details and certain context, but bro, give some insight on how this even started.
Yeah, so, it's nothing personal, bro. We kind of talked about it, and we kind of, hashed it out. So it's nothing crazy, but when I first, I met him at the weigh-ins, I think Isla fights 87, and as I was weighing in, he was already in there, and he turned around, and he kind of looked at me up and down, and he said, who are you? And I was kind of weight, so I wasn't really in my right head, and he said, oh, you 5'5", and he kind of like, and he said he don't remember that, but, maybe he don't, but I do. And so ever since that moment, I've been kind of peeping at a distance, and just like, who is he? Let me see what he's all about. And I seen him fight, and he's a hell of a fighter, and I liked it, but I think I'm better. And I think, we're going to find out September 12th.
And to my understanding, it was him actually watching your first interview here that he actually saw that, which caused his response, which led to the confirmation for September 12th, correct?
Right, but I was asking for this fight before that.
That's
I wanted to fight him last time. That's why I said on the pod.
Yeah,
so, it's not like, I wanted to fight him. They talked to his coaches. They said he had another fight. So after this last fight, I said I want to fight him again before he even seen the post. Yeah, so it's not like he's seen it. So we was probably going to fight either way. And, he made a cute little post on Instagram. About
cute.
It was cute. It is what it is. But, I like it. I like that. A little personality, ain't nothing wrong with that. I respect it.
So I definitely don't mind being the catalyst for this to happen.
Yes, sir.
But for anybody that think this fight is my fault, you're welcome.
Yeah, for sure. But you definitely help, bro. Nah, it was gonna get.
You're welcome. You're welcome, because this is definitely something that we need to see for sure. Like I said, I respect both of you.
Yeah.
You just said you think you're the better fighter, but can you give your predictions on September 12th?
I'm not gonna give no predictions. But I will say this: I think I'm gonna touch him on his chin, and I'm gonna do it, a lot, and at some point I think his chin gonna spin. And that's just all respect to BJ. He can also catch me with a shot and drop me, but he won't, because I believe I'm different. I believe that I'm chosen, God, with God gifted abilities and a certain dog that not many people obtain, and I'm gonna show that on September 12th that I don't think he's fought no one like me, because there is no one like me, respectfully. But yes, sir.
Love that shit. DT.
Yes, sir. I'm talking my stuff.
Oh, man, this is going to be a great one. And I can't wait to have BJ up here to hear his side, bro.
No doubt.
Like it's one of those DP and Max, Not saying y'all retire,
yeah,
but like,
sure.
bro, I fought with both of y'all.
and like I have a teammate Cam that they were cool with each other. So I mean, I'm sure he's a good dude, and it's nothing personal, but I want to test my skills versus his.
Yeah, you want to see the best go against each other.
Exactly. I could have asked for an easy fight.
That's what I hate.
He's at a bigger weight than me. He fights at 185. I think he's like 6'3", 6'4". So a Trump's gonna ask for an easy fight. I want a dog.
And I think that shit needs to stop. And for business purposes, I understand building up a fighter's profile and their resume and their record by literally just spoon feeding them wins and shit and giving them people off the streets.
Right.
But like these are the fights that I want to see.
No doubt, and I think there's a place for that, because you do got to build a fighter's confidence. But if you're spoon feeding him fights, it ain't gonna doing nothing good when he fights a real dog. But
for sure.
I fought some good fighters. I don't think I fought no one that's at his level. Obviously, his record says that.
Yeah.
But I think when the going gets tough, I get tougher. So
at least like say with these amateur levels, at least give them someone that can help maximize their potential. Like don't give them no one that they're gonna just breeze past.
Right.
Because why are we here?
Right. No doubt.
But yeah, give me 3 things that MMA has taught you about yourself and life in general.
I think it's taught me humility. Sometimes we think we're the baddest people, but you're in the gym a few days, you realize that may not be the case. That's one. 2, I'd probably say discipline. I wasn't always the most disciplined person, but MMA has taught me that that's something you gotta have, discipline. And the 3rd one, I'd probably say faith. It didn't teach me faith, but it's brought me closer in my faith.
Strengthen your faith.
Yeah, exactly. Because you pray for these things and you work for these things, and then the Lord answers your prayers, and that just builds faith. And then the adversity, that faith, that you need the faith for. So yeah, for sure, those are 3 things.
Definitely. Off the cusp question.
Mm-hmm.
What's the first thing you would do with $1 million?
Take $200,000, put it in the high yield and savings account, and then I don't know. That's the first thing I'm doing. So I'm just putting it in the high yield and savings account.
Y'all get you a money market.
Yes,
sir. For sure. I respect that. What has been, or who has been your toughest fight thus far?
Probably Preston Whitaker, just cause he did land some good shots, and he made me battle for 3 rounds. So I'd probably say that's the toughest fight.
Okay. What has been your toughest training camp thus far?
I think from my first MMA fight, I got a first round finish, submission, but it was like a 12-week camp, and I think I lost like 40 pounds through that whole camp, and I had a lot of injuries, had like a knee injury, a hip injury, and just had a lot of adversity that I worked through to get to that fight. But that was probably the toughest camp by far.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. If a fighter is trash, would you tell him?
Yeah. Maybe not so bluntly, but I would let him know, like, hey, bro, like, because, even in the gym, I'm kind of the guy, like, I feel like I'm a born leader. So if I see the guys not giving what they need to give, I'm like, hey, bro, tighten up. We got fights coming up. So it's going to do them no good telling them what they want to hear.
It's a difference. It's a difference from like noticing potential and getting it out of them.
Right. From
literally seeing someone that don't even need to be here. Like, if someone is just trash, would you tell them, hey, bro, go learn how to do piano or something?
Probably not.
Take a piano.
Because probably not. Looking at it, you talking about just like someone that I don't know personally, and it's just like, hey, bro, like, you shouldn't fight. Because there's people like that right now that I know. It's like, bro, you shouldn't do this. Like, you're gonna get hurt. But they're grown ass men, and I don't know them like that. And
then you don't want like crush their dreams and shit.
Exactly. I mean,
but
for sure.
I'm trying to save your life.
Yeah, just trying to save a little bit of your health, but they grown men, so they can make their own decisions.
What's up? Where would you be if you weren't fighting?
Lord knows, but probably overweight, working in a warehouse somewhere, and being not too happy, but maybe not. God probably have another path for me if fighting wasn't a thing, but I'm happy that it is the path I took.
That's what's up, bro. What's up? What's some advice that you would give yourself 10 years ago?
I would say,
how old are you?
27.
10 years ago, yeah.
So when I was 17, I'd probably just tell myself to get into the Word and just make that, the thing. Because when I started to do that, I feel like when you're in the Word and you're living for the Lord, everything else kind of works itself out. So I that's what I would say. I believed in God back then, but I don't think I was on the path that I am now. So I think I would definitely say that. Lean into the Lord a little bit more, and I knew I'd be where I need to be. That's what's up, bro. I respect all of that. Tell the people where they can find you, bro. Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at D_TIG, and we having some good content coming out, and yes sir.
That's what's up, bro. Sir. You got any questions for me before we get out?
I don't think so, but
that's cool.
No, I don't
that's perfectly fine. Yeah. I just leave that open, but I definitely don't mind.
Yeah. Actually, I do got a question for you, bro.
Go ahead. What's up?
All right. You think Islam gonna beat Matt Atlanta?
JDM?
Yeah, JDM.
Yeah.
You think he is?
Yeah.
Okay, I think he is too, but I had to know, bro.
Yeah.
I had to know.
I think Ilya is the guy to
beat Islam.
Be the closest.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he would, but if anyone,
could do it, he could do it. Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I just had to ask.
No, for sure. Anything else?
I think that's
it. I can talk. We can talk fighting all day.
I know.
I'm trying to condense it for your interview. But if you want to turn it into fight talk, we can talk about fighting all day.
Nah, for sure. I just wanted to know that for sure.
Nah, for sure though.
Yes, sir.
The place to say the time is now. We out.